Welcome back to the channel, folks. Happy New Year. Big week this week. Loads of all sorts arrived in and arrived out and went out. We started off with 3 or 4 new Valtras, Q, a T215, T215, all fully loaded. Loaded McHale balers, F5-550s came in, as well as more Fusions. And we have also a first load of Caverland grass equipment come in, and we had 6 hedge cutters also arrived in as well. So lots of stuff going on. And on this week on the channel, I'll run through the new F5-550, some of the nice user-friendly features that's on it, and as well as that, a customer collection of the Mastek 10.2 metre Eco trail and shoe and 3,500 gallon Red Rock tank. So McHale Fever back into season, folks. We have a lot of balers sold for the new year, and the start of our new F5-550 standard McHale balers have come into stock. These were launched at the ploughing last year, carry on from the predecessor of the F5500. Small changes, nice changes, and I'm just going to go through a few things, kind of user-friendly things that McHale has changed on these balers. The first big noticeable appearance is the 2.1 metre pickup reel, camless, six rows of tines, and as well as that, the tapered augers on the inside to give an increased intake. So basically it's very close to what's in the Fusion. You have a choice of 540 and 1,000 speed gearbox. We have a selection of them in stock, 540 or 1,000. The biggest thing probably to see, the panels themselves have changed, and opening the panels have become more accessible. No reaching around at the front with spanners or anything like that. You put your key in here and press this little lad here, and up comes the door. They've got rid of the second step on this side. It was in last year's balers, people probably didn't notice as much. A full safety, handrail around the front of it, as well as that, for the guys with the big rolls of net, there's a little helper roller here, so you can get it up on your shoulder as far as there, and you can roll it in with that roller there. As well as this now, and this is a nice feature, no more linch pins. This little lever here, you put your wheel in, lift your lever, and put it down like that. Now there is a hole for a linch pin there, but that's your wheel secured in place for field work. Pull your handle, pull it out, and it's the same mechanism up here. Push it into place, pull up your handle and let it down. Very, very nice feature. We come round the back. We still have our big wheels, our 520, 55, 22.5 Verticine tyres, upgraded LED lights as well, the new sticker array at the back, nice feature, nice facelift. Come around to the main side of the baler with your chains, etc. The noticeable bit is your increased capacity for your oil change here, and obviously greasing, etc. is in the same location as previous. Your control box wise has changed a slight bit. You have an option, you could go an isobus baler, not so much in an F550, but a F5-560, you could go fully selectable knives, isobus, the whole lot, exactly the same as a Fusion. Now you do have options, or we have options of F5-550s with selectable knives, 1,000 speed box, etc. We can get them for whatever the customer requires, but as the F5550 has carried on to the F5-550. Some noticeable changes, very user-friendly things have changed, but as always, top quality from McHale and increased performance and not at all reliability. So just before collection, this tank is going out to a local contractor this morning, 3,500 gallon with a 10.2 metre eco shoe. Tank's equipped with the Doda L27 gearbox driven pump on the front with the T-piece as well as a rain gun, so we can have the options of using his umbilical system both left and right off the tank. As well as that, this new 10.2 metre eco shoe from Mastek is one of the biggest trailing shoes on the market. Two nice features to it is there's an accumulator here mounted on the machine, so whenever you fold out, the two sides fold out evenly, and if one side comes under pressure, this accumulator balance it out, so it won't cause any problems to either arms. Due to that is that the arms, for the size of the machine, it's lightweight, etc., and the accumulator will keep both sides even through the roughest conditions. As well as that, the shoes put 7 kg of pressure onto the ground at any one time, so it'll always keep pressure to the ground no matter what curvatures in the field or on anything. Let's say you're trailing shoe and after maze or any of that, it'll always keep pressure to the ground at any time. And with the accumulator, built-in accumulator, it also helps also. All on one switch, so one switch will fold it out, switch it the other way, your mass aware will run. Constant feed and return. You have your splash plate and your fill point fittings mounted out to the rear, and a nice feature is your gate valve for your trailing shoe is separate to your switch, so you can also disconnect it here and connect it onto here to run your just a splash plate out the rear. Your Mastek macerator is easy accessible as well. 2 bolts, loosen that and lift her out, and you can get in and inspect the machine. The tank itself is on 710 50 26.5 Alliance tyres, rear steer axle, LED lights top and bottom. We have 6 fill points with 4 quick attach fittings all around, inspection point here, air brakes. With all these tanks, they're not mounted on the rear dome, the trailing shoes, they're all mounted on the chassis as you can see there, so it's bolted on there and it's braced up the top as well. Coming around to the front of the tank, as you can see, here's the gearbox, guarded gearbox with the L27 Doda and your T-piece for your pipe, so you can pump either left and right. Simply activate your lever to let the slurry of the material out to the pipe system. How you operate that is your gearbox, switch it over to your pumping system that way and to your vacuum pump that way. Always have your vacuum pump in neutral if you're pumping using the L27 Doda. Now you see here there's an awful array of pipes, but you have one for your hydraulic changeover on your vacuum pump, one for your gate valve at the rear, one for the rain gun if required, one for your steer axle, and one for your trailing shoe folding in and out. And you also have a big feed and return, air brakes, wide angle shaft, bolt on hitch. The tank is everything. So same customer wanted a tractor along with the tank, so he picked up this 1000-hour T215 Versu front linkage PTO 50k. The tractor has Everton, so that's partnered up with the 3,500 gallon tank. All the spool valves will be required, so for this tank here you need 5 spool valves for all your hydraulic functions, as well as a big return line. So tractor has Everton, and hopefully you will see all it. It's a very local contractor, so you will see it around the roads of Cavan. Next up, we'll go to the Valtra T215 Active, but a few nice things on it, fully loaded. So it's finished off in the new metallic olive green. It's unusual, we haven't sold too many of them like this, but green on black is very, very nice. The tractor sitting on 665 R28s and 650-75 R38s on the rear. Finished off with the metallic black rims from the factory, and if Niamh gets in on the camera she'll see the glitter on the wheels. 6 80 kilo wheel weights, rear 80 kilo rear wheel weights on the rear. Front braking, she's 57k. We have front linkage and PTO and front valves, and as well as that we have a front free return here for some unusual jobs. If you had let's say a hydraulic pump or something on the front that needed to be dumped back straight to the tank, that features on it. Front braking, as I said, LED lights all round. We have our lift functions here on the rear, on and off of the PTO. Hydraulic rear top link, air brakes, isobus, 7-pin plug, your ABS brakes. The tractor also has front and air cab suspension. So as you can see here, you can see the airbag, which gives the functionality of you can turn off the front air suspension on your tractor. Who wants it? There is some applications. For instance, what just comes to mind is the Spud guys wants to run the tractor very level on the front to do some job, and they need the air front suspension turned off on it. And with that there, you can turn it off with that. Turn the front suspension off when the tractor is equipped with air cab suspension. So the tractor has the new type aluminium steps as well. It's coming on all the tractors this year. And as we come up into the cab, the tractor is finished off with the premium interior, which gives you the black interior package, the silver chrome surrounds, all the air vents, chrome finish on the pedals, and as well as that, leather steering wheel. We have electric and heated mirrors, aircon, air seat, Bluetooth radio. Something different in an Active we don't see too often is your Smart Touch Extend. So this gives the function of running isobus implements as well as your auto steer, and this is your quick steer here. This is how to activate your auto steer if you're using your tractor. So you have your Smart Touch is gone here, and your fancy armrest that's in the version, no electric spools. You have manual here, and you have 2 electric spools on your front, but on off PTO etc. But to activate your auto steer is this button here. So screen comes up, you have your functionality of a rear camera if fitted, isobus display, and you have auto steer as well. So you click on that. It's very similar to your Smart Touch on your Versu tractors. Now what's in this tractor, which is very, very much a premium, this is all what's unlocked. So we have centimetre, we have weight line of 6, tailstock, section control 24 sections. So tractor is high spec, and within the auto steer system There's to turn on and off your front suspension there. Your push out hitch, all your draft functions, your right hand wiper, your rear wiper, and also your cool box. Give us your opinions on the black interior. Some people like it, some people don't. So that's the T215 interior and exterior. We have a 7.4 litre engine, 200 horsepower under the bonnet. We also have 3-speed PTO 540-540E in it housing, and for an active tractor it is very, very smart, and the olive green is in my opinion very smart as well. But for next week we have a T215 Active and we have a T235 Virtue, both opposite spectrums. A fully loaded guidance tractor and a 235 Virtue, some nice features. It's an ideal tractor for front and rear mowers because there's something very special on it. And then for a guy that just wants to draw silage, do a bit of ploughing, have any guy up on it, we have a 235 Active with manual spool. So that's for next week. 235 Active, 235 Virtue. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.